The first slide is just going to go over the standards that the kids are expected to know for the first 5 activities. The bottom right tab is going to go over some notes just to keep in mind that they're kindergartners, so their previous knowledge is going to be on different levels due to whatever they learned at home. This slide just contains some more notes to keep in mind. Just go over them before you're teaching the class. Each activity is going to have a slide that you need to go over with the class. This one's just telling the kids that it's a pre-test, not to worry, it's not graded, just kind of to get a feel as to where the kids are at in the topic that we're covering. As you can see, it's just a basic multiple choice quiz format. It just has 5 questions, just let the kids answer them. Activity 2 is going to be a matching activity. Again, just read this title page to the kids. They're gonna flip over one tile, and it's either going to have like length, width, height, temperature, or weight. They're expected to find the corresponding tile that goes with it. Just make sure that they know what the objective of the lesson is. These are just the instructions for the third activity. And this one's going to have pictures that the kids need to drag in order from heaviest to lightest. Make sure that they understand the objective of this, and that's just understanding the weight associated with different sized animals. Okay, this is kind of just to give you a feel of what the activity looks like. Obviously, elephant's going to be first, the caterpillar second. The kids can click the check button at the top and see how they did at the end. This is another title page for the next activity. This time it's very similar to the last one. The kids are just going to click and drag the picture, but this time it's going to be from shortest to tallest. Okay, you can kind of see right here, obviously the ant's going to be the shortest and the frog, the tallest will be the giraffe. And this is going to be their last activity for the measurement section. Just let them know that, and let them know that this one's just going to be like dragging the tools to the correct measure of height or length or weight. Again, they're just going to be dragging pictures. Okay, kind of get an idea for it right here. Obviously, you're going to pull like the scale over to the weight section. The ruler will go to the height and length. When the kids are done, just hit that check button and it'll let you know where things should go. Explain to them why they were right or why they were wrong. Okay, here we're moving on to our second standard. This one's going to be about reading and writing. Make sure that you actually scroll down on this page. There's a long definition of what the kids need to know. You can look at the teacher's notes and the lessons notes for some more in-depth information before you start. Okay, this is their title page for their first activity. They're going to get our keywords, which you need to go over them before you do this activity in a random order. It's the kid's job to find out what they are and unscramble the words as quickly as possible. There's going to be a timer at the top. Make sure that they know about the clue button, and it's going to give them the definition of the word that they're unscrambling. Okay, this is just kind of what it looks like. Just hit the start button in the top left corner. The clue button is in the bottom left. And then the top is going to let them know how much time they have when you hit start. Okay, another title page for an activity. This one's just making sure that they understand reality versus fantasy. Make sure that they know that there's going to be some pictures, and they're just going to have to determine whether or not they could be real objects or if they would be more in a fictional book. Okay, you can see it here. Obviously, like Dracula is going to be in the fantasy. The soccer player is going to go into the reality at the end of it. Just make sure you hit check and let the kids see what they did or did not get wrong. This is just the title page. Again, make sure you're reading it to the kids. It's going to have a keyword or a definition. Their job is to find the tile that corresponds to that. It's kind of like a matching game. It's just to make sure that they have a good grasp on our keywords and what they mean. Okay, here it is. You're just going to click on one and find the corresponding tile. As you see, the kids have done something similar to this when we did the measuring unit, so they should know what to do. Okay, so on this one you actually need to make sure that you get out the book, Little Red Riding Hood, and you need to read it to the students. Go over main events of the story in the order that they're in. Because the next activity, the kids are actually going to be expected to like click on the timeline, and it's going to show them like what orders it should have been in, and it's just going to summarize the plot for them and make sure that they understand like important events versus like little details. Okay, as you can see here, this is their timeline. They're just going to click on the different buttons and see when things happen and how they happen. So, okay, this is their final activity. It's the most important and applies everything that they've learned from this unit. It's multiple choice. It's 10 questions, which is longer than they normally do. It could really be about anything that we covered, and just make sure the kids take it seriously. Okay, the kids have done multiple choice things on the smartboard before, so they should know how it works. There's going to be 10 questions, like I said, and they just need to click on the correct answer. You can read them to them, so they're just going to basically click, and it'll tell them whether or not they're right or wrong. It should come up with a green arrow or an X.